One of the most important practice tips I can offer is to warm up before you play. Like any athletic endeavor, we need to warm up the muscles before we engage in rehearsals or intense practice sessions. Your warm-up should consist of some easy long tones, flexibility exercises, scales, and tonguing exercises. My warm-up routine starts in the lower middle register and gradually expands to the low register and then the high register. The long tones help get the air moving. After my air feels comfortable, I do some flexibility exercises that move between partials, like 3 or 5 note slurs. These help to expand the range I am using. Then I play a few scales and some tonguing exercises, perhaps octaves and some double tonguing to get the tongue moving and to continue expanding the range. I recommend you have warm-up routines of varying lengths. Sometimes you only have a few minutes before rehearsal, so you might do only 3 to 5 brief exercises. Other days, you might have 15 minutes or more and can expand to include more exercises. The goal is to get your air, embouchure, and slide arm or fingers ready to go. I consider a good warm-up an essential element to becoming a better musician.
One of my favorite practice tips from beginners to even advanced students at a graduate or professional level is to simply take your fingering chart for whatever instrument you're playing and see if you can go through every single note with a wonderful, centered, even, beautiful sound. And sometimes it can take an awfully long time, and sometimes you're kind of just checking in with pitches you already know. Both ways of practice are very effective and very helpful, because wouldn't it be great if we just sat down to play our instruments and we knew every note and how to make it sound wonderful and centered with a glorious sound? So I really suggest just taking something as simple as a fingering chart and working your way through it. This is also an excellent gateway to learning your scales. Most of us make mistakes on scales when there's notes that we don't know as well as other notes. So if we know all of our notes very, very well, chances are we'll have a much easier time playing scales, and not only playing them, but playing them more consistently with a great sound from top to bottom.
We are in the 21st century and we all have phones, we all have recording devices. And so if you're only using this for Facebook and to text your friends, you're missing out on a lot of opportunities to improve yourself as a musician. You should use the recording feature on here and try to record yourself every day and hear what you're doing. You can hear what your tone production is probably the least of your worries at that point. But what you could be challenging yourself with is you're practicing your lip slurs, or checking out your rhythms, or how intense your dynamics can be. Although a lot of the microphones on these things tend to be a little bit vague as far as your dynamics go. But if you're looking to improve your dynamic range and your breath control, this is probably one of the best things that you can do. So simply set it on your stand. Don't forget the microphone is generally on the bottom of the phone, so you want to set it on the music stand sideways so that you can get an accurate representation of yourself. If you set it with the microphone sitting down, things are going to be muffled quite a bit. So you want to make sure that you're set up for a good recording experience. You can record videos of yourself, and of course you'll be seeing yourself, so don't be bashful. You can watch yourself play. You can check out what your embouchure is doing, and check out how you're breathing, if you're taking a big enough breath or if you're just taking a little tiny breath, which is not going to give you a great sound. So I would encourage you to use the video on this, and also use just the audio recording as well in order to help yourself improve. It's a great tool, and I recommend it very highly.
It's good to have some larger goal to work towards in your practice sessions. So, how would you go about finding repertoire for your instrument, especially solo repertoire? Well, one way I found that works pretty well is to go to imslp.org and search for the instrumentation that you're looking for. So you'll search for your instrument plus piano, and then you can just click through all the free PDFs there and find a solo that looks about right for you. Let me show you how it's done. Here I am at imslp.org, and now I mouse over scores, click on instrumentation, click instrumentation again. And I'd like a piece for trumpet and piano, so I'm going to click the chamber instrumental section. I want a piece for 2 players. I'll click on subgenres there. And now I can scroll down all the way down to trumpet for trumpet and piano. And now these are all the free pieces that IMSLP has for trumpet and piano. So for instance, The Birth of Dawn by Herbert L. Clarke. Let's just click on it. And everything on IMSLP is public domain, which means it's free. So can't hurt to have a look. This one may go a little high for you. So in that case, you would just go back and click on another one.